can just form those. Jenny, I don't know if you want to participate in this. You might actually fail questions about you. Okay. So let's do this. You can just turn the chairs around so that this is a team. And then the next two, and the two, and the two. Same thing. So we have a team here, and then these can turn around, form a team. The team, listen, we cannot have a one-man team for starters. Yeah, I know you're bright, but not all that. So, at least 6 people. At least. So you can be a group of 6 to 10 people. That's fine. I'm assuming that's a team back there, right? Yeah, okay. There are gender balance issues somewhere, but, well, looks like women rule the world after all. Okay, so we are all in teams. What's going to happen is we're going to have a name. Each team should have a name. Come up with anything you think you should be. There you go. Here you go. You write that down. You'll have to have one person who writes the answer, right? So you have to choose the person who will write the answer. This is a team, right? Okay. There you go. Make sure you have an answer sheet. Did I give you? Amazing. Did I give you? Are you thinking of a name? Are you thinking of a team name? Yeah, you can't think too hard. Is this one big team, or is this a team and is that a team? Okay. Just make sure the next door neighbors don't hear you, okay? You'll be discussing your answers, so. There you go. So, which team are you? So, sorry. There you go. Does every team have a piece of paper? So, do we have another microphone? I'd like to hear what the team names are. Okay, so I'll just go around then.
Winners. Winners.
Team winners. So if anyone has chosen winners, better think twice. And we cannot have winners too. Then you'll be second.
Heroes.
Heroes, okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. Winners, heroes, awesome.
Start.
Start. I think I know the winners already. Team start.
Team. Dapa.
Japan.
Dapa.
Dapa. Nice. Excuse me, get out of this team. Go away. Imagine. This one has the answers. Okay.
Just start.
So start and just start. Why don't you just be just? Hmm? Have you told me your team name? Yeah. Just start. Okay, good.
Amazing.
Team amazing. Awesome, amazing. I like the names. So there's nothing like Katumba, what?
The movers.
The movers. Is this a team? The movers, and you have the answers. Okay, the movers.
Oh, backbenchers.
Backbenchers. They might come last, I worry, but... there are people who haven't told us there.
Tumukunde.
Butunda. Yeah, I like this one. Besides, our one and only Jenny is in Butunda.
The Game Changers.
The Game Changers, the movers. Wow. Teams are interesting. Yes, we have. Oh, yeah, everyone has?
Pace setters.
Pace setters. Hey, who's coming?
The Chosen.
The Chosen. Hey, okay, so we have all the teams in. Let's go to the next rule of the game. We have 10 questions. I already mentioned that. So what happens with those 10 questions is that one question will come on. You'll discuss real quick amongst yourselves. I'll only allow 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. You write down the answer that you've agreed upon. If you guys are fighting, I don't know, you'll find means to agree on a response. Because I'll move on to the next question, yeah? They say give one answer for each question after agreeing as a team. One answer. So don't give me A or C. That will be wrong. Do not discuss answers with non-teammates. Don't go to the DJ. Don't go to Jenny. She's not a teammate with anyone. Use of phones during the quiz is not allowed. So, Sharon, you're the scout that side, right? Use of phone, disqualification. If you get a phone call that you must answer, get out, okay? Winners get free hugs from Jenny. No, I'm sure I didn't know this, but get ready. Everyone, but with their mask on. And lastly, the quiz master is always right. I don't care what you think the answer is. I'm the right person, I'm the end person, okay? So we can start. Are we ready? So this is the first question. Can you all see? Backbenchers, this is how you suffer. So the introduction of the book, Just Start, begins with answer number one. A is in the beginning. Then B is one day. C is once upon a time. And D is starting a. So, 8 seconds gone. You have 12 to go. I'm about to move to question number 2. I hope you're done with that discussion. Okay, moving on. Question number 2. According to the MasterCard Index of Women Entrepreneurs, this country has had the highest number of women entrepreneurs globally. It had the highest number of women entrepreneurs globally in 2019. So, A is France. Is it France? Is it B, China? Is it C, Uganda? And is it D, Algeria? Some people are shouting the answers, even me, I'm hearing them. And you're wrong. Yeah. No, Sudan is not even among the options. Guys, let's be serious. Okay, so I'm about to move on. Question number 3. All the colors on the Just Start book cover can be found in the flag of... Sharon, are there any phones there? I see that your Fuji is distracting, eh? Okay, so all the colors in the Just Start book, you can find them in this flag. Madagascar, Germany, that is B. C, Papua New Guinea, if you can find it. D, Malawi. Are we okay? We're still okay out there? Team chosen, is everything fine? Okay, let's move on. Okay, all right, got it. And number 4. Still discussing, but we are moving on. While Just Start has only 2 words, the longest ever book title consists of how many words? So these are the options. Are they 17A? Are they B, 84? Are they C, 177? Or D, 3,700 words? The people who are not writing, by the way, you have to fill in all the answers. All the answers. You have options, so pick one. Pick one. Some people are not contributing to the group discussion. Who's asking for more paper? Graph book? Okay, number 5. Sharon, look out for, and smartwatches. People are smart these days, smartwatches. Okay, for how long has Jennipher Tumukunde, the author of the book Just Start, been an entrepreneur? For how long? Is it A, DJ Tumbiz? Is it A, 7 years? Is it B, 9 years? Is it C, 14 years? Or is it D, 4 years? Eh? I see even family failing this question. Jen, it's time for you to rethink your friends and family. If anyone fails this. Okay, no, I won't allow too much time for that. Let's move on. I know you're calculating, but no. Number 6, in the book Just Start, chapter 7 is titled, sorry, what? We haven't read. Yeah, that's why there's guesswork even in any exam. You can, but also, so now, in the book Just Start, chapter 7 is titled A, money, money, money. B, decisions, decisions, decisions. C, life, life, life. D, that one. Katumba? Wait. So, which one is it? Chapter 7. All right. Moving on. Question number 7. So we want to talk about famous business owners, yeah? Which of these is true about these famous business owners? A, Colonel Sanders began pursuing his fried chicken dream only after 65 years of age. Okay, that is A. B, Jennipher Tumukunde originally wanted to be a policewoman. Okay? C, Warren Buffett has lived in the same house since 1958. And D is all the above. Silence filled the room. Okay. 5 seconds to go there. Let's move on to question number 8. What have studies shown? Are we there? What have studies shown is the most productive work day in the week? What have studies shown is the most productive work day in the week? Is it A, Thursday? Is it B, Saturday? Don't put in your own feelings. There have been studies. If you wake up and work on a Sunday, that's your thing. C, Tuesday, and D, Monday. Which one? People, don't scream your wrong answers. Just keep it within your circle. Don't poison other people. You just keep your wrong answer within your circle, okay? All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. Number 9. In the book Just Start, Jennipher recommends prayer for business success and shares Bible verses for inspiration. In fact, the Bible is the best-selling book of all time. True or false? Thanks. Wow. How about you write the answer? All right, let's move on. Question number 10. Hold on for the answer, for the options. So have you been procrastinating about starting a business? Have a few ideas? You have a few ideas in mind? What should you do now? All right. Let's move on. Options. Yes, that's the only option. So, thank you. I would like to make sure you've written your team name. We want to know who the losers are. That's the most important thing. Yeah? All right. No, don't be afraid. I'll read only the top 3, and then you can self-evaluate. Quizzes are for learning, really. So please have your representative just present your marking guide if you have 10 out of 10, and then your lessons learned if you have 0. These are the answers. Okay. Is this Jennipher's family? I'm seeing, okay. Yeah. So as I mark, we're going to have some refreshments, music to everyone's ears. I think Sharon will guide us on how we are going to go about that. But please make sure you hand in. You know how it is, when you're not sure, then you fear to hand in your paper. There are people, what happened to the marking sheet I gave you? You give me. You give me. Give me that, yours. Is your name there? Okay. Thanks. Huh? Huh? Actually, this looks good. I don't know, it's a bit hot. I don't know. The people, they want to stay in their circles as they refresh. It's okay. So you can talk to them. Have I received this one? I'll say it wasn't handed in. Did I get it?
I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it. Some of you are on tension. You're wondering, were we the best? Were we the worst? We shall find out soon. But to calm our nerves, let's have some refreshments outside. There's some tea, there's some water, and a little bit to bite. So we shall start with this circle. You remember when I told you to come to the front? Yeah, this is the moment. So we shall start here. Yeah. So we're going to start with this circle. And in the spirit of social distancing, I'll take one circle at a go. Yeah. So we'll start with this circle. Please go for some refreshment. Yes. Thank you. In this case, the first shall be first, yeah? Not the last, yeah? The first are the first. If you do not know your members in your circle, this would be a good time. What is your name? What do you do? You know, where do you come from? What did you do during the lockdown? How was it? You know, have those sort of conversations. Get to know each other. Like I said earlier on, you might just never know where the next business opportunity is coming from. So have conversations, learn about each other, learn about what each of you do.
Anybody will won't fight you. Men and come, they already know. I'll be right beside you, like the wall of Jericho. They don't know, they don't know, they don't know what's going on. Monagiso, 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 my baby boo. I'll be a soldier for you. I'm getting better in Kung Fu. You should know I got it, and you don't need to guide me too. I'll be right beside you in anything that you do. If you ever need saving, I will be running to you, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to.
When I'm looking for trouble, it's cause I know that I got you. Wanting more best everybody, oh oh, and it's because of your kung fu. And anytime that I'm out of control, you hold me down. You never, never let go. Yeah. Munagiso, oh Munagiso, Munagiso, my baby boo. See all the battles you'll be fighting, and I'll be right there with you. I may be small, but I'm mighty, and I go running for you. And anybody waits, I be yes, don't be you, pull it, I be around. And if I ever need saving, I'll be running to you.
Running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, running, running, running to you. I'll be running to you, running, running, running to you. Anywhere that you go to, you don't need to worry, anything you want. Anytime you come to me, baby, I go answer. And if you want me coming to you, I go come to you.
Baby, don't choose me.
Tell me what you want, baby, say I'm not in my mind. If they wanna be the Judas, if they wanna be the Pharaoh,
drink on it. Tell me something special, tell today. Hey, one by one, make a bando, but you make crying. Hey, love is such a game that you lose and gain. Hey, sesasesamupika longeza omukwano buli kimuli ekimulisa kusaba tovamu onzene bwefuna ebbuba nawe laba tolina kukikyamu obwo bulungi bwonno yeddiini ze gye njagala okubamu eddoboozi lyakahinduka ebiseera byokosa n'akamwenyumwenyumwenyu byonna ekyo ekikula kyagamasobonze buntunuulira n'olusungisongisonyi lukwata kusaba tonja nyweza nywera omukwano gonnina toko kipimo kya ttaano kusaba tonja nywera nyweza omukwano gonnina toko kipimo kya ttaano kwagala ebisooka n'ebisembayo kwagala ebirijja n'ebiriddako kwagala nnyo bibi byebisingayo biseera bingi ze nesunanako saanyali nafasi mu mutima gwo kwagala nnyo bibi byebisingayo oli mulungi nga obwakatya omukisa omunene ogwange gwe mbala amaaso gagameeru bugantunuuliza n'akayindo kabalalako gwe kulina binnyonyogera kasusuko kalungi kanneewunyisa kakubaganya kandekanga neebuuza nkyuba watondebwawo muuli yatonda balalalala. And then your pieces, I always wanna have them in my wishes. My one and only princess, you're the only missus. Beddowoozi lyakahinduka ebiseera by'okosa n'akamwenyu naye ekyekikula ky'agamasubu nze buntunuulira n'olusunyisunyi lukwali kusaba tonja nyweza nywera omukwano gwe nnina toko kipimo kya ttaano kusaba tonja nywera nyweza omukwano gwe nnina toko kipimo kya ttaano nkwagala ebisooka n'ebisembayo nkwagala ebirijja n'ebiriddako nkwagala nnyo beebibi ebisingayo biseera biigize nesunanako saanyali nafasi mu mutima gwo nkwagala nnyo beebibi ebisingayo
What can I do to make it go away? I don't like this feeling. And what should I do if you don't feel the same? I'm losing patience, and it doesn't make sense. It needs to go away. I don't like this feeling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 How did I fall in the first place? You're too bad, you the boss brain. I don't feel like at all, I can't lie. You make me feel good in the worst way. I'm so sentimental, I know. So many plenty girls that I know, but I still feel the same. I don't like this feeling. What can I do to make it go away? I don't like this feeling. And what should I do if you don't feel the same? I'm losing patience, and it doesn't make sense. It needs to go away. I don't like this feeling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Out guy, but I'm catching feelings. That's why I've been hiding it since. What have I done? What could it be? I don't like the way you've been fucking with me. I'm losing my control. Can't put these thoughts on, my mind, my body and soul. I don't like this feeling. What can I do to make it go away? I don't like this feeling. And what should I do if you don't feel the same? I'm losing patience, and it doesn't make sense. It needs to go away. I don't like this feeling. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Energy, now your energy. That's what I like about you. That's why I wanna be around you. Oh yeah. Melodies, not the melodies. That's what you like about me. That's why you wanna be around me. But the money can sorrow. Melody more fast go. I get shy when I look at you, but I know be baller. Timpani king sorrow. Melody more go. I get shy when I look at you, but I know be bolo. Oh yeah, energy, now your energy. That's what I like about you. That's why I wanna be around you. Oh yeah, melodies, not the melodies. That's what you like about me. That's why you wanna be around me. Oh yeah. So mommy, give it to me nice and slow. You're the only woman that I know. You're my heaven, you are my home, my oh. Cause you got me hypnotized. When I look into your eyes, you do fine, but I don't feel talk. Oh, Timani king sorrow. Melody more go. I get shy when I look at you, but I know be bolo. Timani king sorrow. Melody more go. I get shy when I look at you, but I know be bolo. Energy, now your energy. That's what I like about you. That's why I wanna be around you. Oh yeah, melodies, not the melodies. That's what you like about me. That's why you wanna be around me. Oh yeah.
You're hysterical, typically picky, never letting go. But you don't know about it, you don't give me time, closing every door. But do I lose? Do I lose? Do I lose? Do I get by? Do I get across what I'm going through? Do I lose? Do I lose? Do I lose? Do I get by? Do I get across what I'm going through? Yeah. I wanna jaribu siku mingi since the challenging time. I wanna jaribu, try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. I wanna jaribu siku mingi since the challenging times. I wanna jaribu, yeah. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. Like me, you can feel things, but you don't put the bottle down. Yet you're capable of better things than me. So don't you lose, don't go losing, don't you lose. Try to get back, try to get across what you're going through. I wanna jaribu siku mingi since the challenging times. I wanna jaribu, try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. I wanna jaribu siku mingi since the challenging times. I wanna jaribu, yeah. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. challenging times. I wanna jaribu. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high. I wanna jaribu. Siku mingi since the challenging times. I wanna jaribu, yeah, yeah. Try to hold me tight, I'm a little too high.
Yeah, boy.
Walker found this.
Dre Khaled. Oh, baby, mate, you when that knows and I will be what you lose. Edi mutanikwa. Kafiri mukomu kwano komu kwanjula. Kalika kabinga kate magana. Mwasubizanti musine mubengula. Tewali batu gatulula. Naye katira bawagenda n'omutima bakutwala. Addressi bazikyusada. Oh, see right now, girl, I'm thinking. Do you got a minute? Twende tutende tutesa. Fuwe chombo chombo kwano iti sinking. Katira bichifuba chinuma. Chinuma ntaza. Sichayagala nakula dia. Siba mubia ntaza. Kano mazigage kurukusa. Manyanchi katuze pipa. Katira bichifuba chinuma. Chinuma ntaza. Siwe nchunze mwenali nachibala. Naye mukama wacho bwe yakigera. Ensobi zikola abantu. Naye n'okusonyiwa nno kya buntu. Mukwano tukola mbutu mpuliriza. Lwaki twekola ebintu? Manyina kusobya naye kkiriza twefuna. Baby, manyina byasoba naye kkiriza twefuna. Oh, see right now, girl, I'm thinking. Do you got a minute? Twende tutende tutesa. Kuwe chombo chombo kwano iti sinking. Katira bichifuba chinuma. Chinuma ntaza. Sichayagala nakula dia. Siba mubia ntaza. Kano mazigage nkurukusa. Manyanchi kajuze pipa. Katira bichifuba chinuma. Chinuma ntaza. Oh, baby, wait till when I knows.
Okay, the results are in. Let's get back to our seats. Let's get back to our seats. We're going to quickly go through the answers and then you'll mark yourselves. Well, you'll know what you got. I'll only announce winners. No one has. Anyway, quickly into the answers. Well done, first of all. Very well done. Okay, yeah. So, turns out the introduction begins with one day. Well done. Okay, let's go. And then, yes, this is Uganda. Well done to all of you. You got that right. Apart from, yeah, you know yourselves. Okay, so this is it. I know you will lean towards Germany. You forgot about the white. The German flag doesn't have white. Sure, but you failed this. Did you fail this? Okay, so this is 3,700 words. That's the longest title. 3,700. Yeah, that's a book. But it's a title. Okay, so Jenny has been in business 7 years. Most people think 9, so you need to up your game. 14. Okay. Money, money, money. I mean, it's all about the money, all about the Benjamins. All right. So, yeah, most of you got this, all the above. You can still pursue your policewoman dreams, ma'am. Okay? So let's go. Tuesday, you got this right, all of you. Yes. Yes, of course, that is true. And number 10 is just start. Okay, so we have winners. We have winners. If I mention your group name, send your sharpest representative. Because it's a tie. So we're going to have one question that is a tiebreaker, and then we get one winner, okay? So the first winners, in no particular order, are winners. Okay, so we have winners winning this one, but they tied with Dapa. They tied with Butunda team. They tied with Just group. Okay, so those 4 groups should send their sharpest representative. Although the tie-breaking question is not really for being sharp, but just send your guy. Okay, send the fastest human, the one who will write the fastest, because the first right answer I get, they win. Come with a pen, come with a pen, come with a pen. So the winners won with 6 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. Well done. It wasn't very easy. Please carry a pen. Where are the representatives? I need 4 people here. Send your fastest and sharpest human. I even saw you, that you are the one. There's a group that's not here. Are winners? Where are the winners? Winners. There's Dapa. Butunda is here. Just come. Just. They don't believe they won. Oh, they are still on the line, right? Just come. Come. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you each have, please carry a pen. Okay, so it's going to be one question. The person who hands over their right answer first to me, or the person with the closest answer, is going to be a numbers game. The one with the closest will win. The question is, yeah? Oh, you came for a hug? No, wait, you're here for a reason. The hugs are coming. All of you get hugs, but not all of you be the overall winner, okay? So, here's the thing. Jennipher Tumukunde has been married once, right? Right? Okay, but Jennifer Lopez has been married how many times? I see the men struggling, but it's okay. Let's leave them in their thing. Bambi. So anyway, who won this one? Yes. So Team Dapa wins this one. Well done, guys. Well done. Jennipher, please deliver the hugs. Deliver the hugs. Huh? 3 times only. It seems like a lot, but no. No, it's just 3. Is it 3?
Who else answered 3?
Yes, someone else answered 3, but they were late. Yeah, well done. The thing is to be fast and right. Okay, Jennipher, I'm going to give you the gift to hand over to the winner. The rest, please go back. Your time here is done. Thank you very much. Wait, I'm going to give it to you. I forgot to hand it over. And you guys, you got what? 2? I forgot to take the thing on the back, the prize. It's here, it's just here in the laptop.
There are people who want their answer sheets to see if you were cheated. If there's a team there that feels they were cheated, you can get your answer sheets back, and then you cross-check. Yeah, and petition if you must. Yeah. So as the gift comes, we would like to just recognize some of the sponsors for this event. There is Telit Events that does event planning and event management. We have D&J Audio, the DJs in the house. We have Click Investments. I think you all know who Click Investments is. They sponsored this event. We have O'Neill's Premier Events, which are in charge of decoration and stuff like that, setting up the party, the backdrops and everything. That's O'Neill's Premier Events. We have Palette Woodwork and Design. Yes, they are the employers of the MC today. And then we have Apt Media. Apt Media, they are doing the live streaming. By the way, if you are those social media fanatics, the hashtag is just start. Yeah, that's the hashtag. So take a picture and post it on Twitter, Facebook, and possibly we're not on Facebook, WhatsApp status. Yeah, find a place to put it on your email and hashtag just start. I believe the gift is here now.
Yes, the gift is here. Welcome, Team Dapper. Please come for your gifts from the one and only Jennipher Tumukunde, author Just Start. Team Dapper, each and everyone gets a gift. Don't be shy. You're bright like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're part of the team? Yeah. Come. Nice. Okay, you can. Mm-hmm. Please, other teams, be happy for the winners. Don't be like that. Next time. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. That marks the end of the quiz. You've been really, really cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stella, the quiz master, and the co-MC. Thank you very, very much. Let's give a round of applause to Stella. Another round of applause to Team Dapper, yeah? Yes, don't be those losers, be those winners. You are all winners, yeah? Adult stuff, you are all winners. So let's clap for ourselves. We are all winners, yes? So just before we go into the next speech, we are going to watch a video. Since some of you are still eating, so let's watch a quick video. And the video talks about Jennipher's business. We are going to see Jennipher in the business, telling us how she does it, where she does it, why she does it. So the media team, please run the video. Thank you.
Desert Island Discs on 91.3 Capital FM.
When you start working in a market, you learn how to fix stuff in even a very small space.
I'm told it's not easy. You actually, certain fruits have to be first.
Exactly.
Others second, and then the yams and potatoes which look
those
brown
you
and
can
ugly.
even put behind.
Desert Island Discs.
If you start with nothing like this.
Yeah, if you don't know the use of a bookmark, ask your neighbor. But you get a bookmark as well as a tag. So at the end of an event, it's no longer a receipt, it is officially a bookmark. So don't throw it away. Always remember that you were at the Just Start launch, and you can use it as a bookmark.
My name is Jennipher Tumukunde. I am the CEO, Click Investments Limited. I am a mother, I am a wife, and I'm a friend to many. The name of my company is Click Investments. At Click, we do grocery shopping for homes, for functions, for hospitals, for hotels, and for schools and any other entities that would like to have hassle-free delivery of food. We are located in Nalia, stall 33A and stall 33B. At Click, we also make fresh juice for functions for home, small and big parties, weddings, introductions, birthday parties. We also make detox juices that aid in weight loss and cleaning of your body system. Click started as a small idea of supplying passion fruits around Kampala. We'd get passion fruits from Chisoro, sort and package them and supply them to different offices. Thereon, clients started demanding for more items, oranges, carrots, onions, tomatoes, and before we knew it, we were based in a market into a full-grown grocery shopping company. So basically, what happens is clients send us their lists of what they need. They send this through WhatsApp messages, text messages, and some clients go ahead to call because they need to give us detail of what is required of them. So when we receive the list, we call the client to get the specifications because most of these items have different types and varieties. So we call the client, especially if it's their first time, to get to know in detail what they want. So when we get the order right, then we start now packaging. The order goes to the gentleman who does the packaging, and it also goes to the lady who does the pro invoice and the invoice. They work hand in hand to make sure that the client gets the quantity for the price that they have indicated. So the gentleman who does the packaging starts to package, and then after packaging, it goes to the delivery gentleman. Depending on how big the package is, we use vans or motorcycles. If the package is very big, for instance, going to a hotel or a hospital, we put it in a van, and then we have several drivers. Depending on what van, we have closed vans, also depending on what items are going, and we have open vans. If the order involves charcoal, huge number of matoke, such big items, we put them on the truck. If it involves, for instance, milk, there are hospitals that we supply milk, that we supply meat. Those we do not take them.
Inspirational. I think she should be a motivational speaker. You know, once we are done here, I think that's what she should get into. And the lady we are going to listen to at this moment has been in business. I think you saw the question in the quiz. How long has she been in business for? 7 years. She has been in business for 7 years. Whenever you call her, she says, I'm here at Mudala. That's what she always says. Where are you? I'm here at Mudala. So that's the person we are going to listen to. She's the author. She's the latest author on the block. So if you have never written a book, I think the speaker asked the other time and there were very few. I was shocked and inspired that I need to write a book very quickly so that the next time they say, who has written a book, I put my hand up. So she's the latest author on the block. So I would like us to stand up and honor the author of Just Start, Jennipher Tumukunde. Let us give her a round of applause as she comes.
My name is Jennipher Tumukunde. I am the CEO, Click Investments Limited. I am a mother, I am a wife, and I'm a friend to many. The name of my company is Click Investments. At Click, we do grocery shopping for homes, for functions, for hospitals, for hotels, and for schools, and any other entities that would like to have hassle-free delivery of food. We are located in Nalia, stall 33A and stall 33B. At Click, we also make fresh juice for functions, for home, small and big parties, weddings, introductions, birthday parties. We also make detox juices that aid in weight loss and cleaning of your body system. Click started as a small idea of supplying passion fruits around Kampala. We'd get passion fruits from Chisoro, sort and package them and supply them to different offices. Thereon, clients started demanding for more items, oranges, carrots, onions, tomatoes, and before we knew it, we were based in a market into a full-grown grocery shopping company. So basically, what happens is clients send us their lists of what they need. They send this through WhatsApp messages, text messages, and some clients go ahead to call because they need to give us detail of what is required of them. So when we receive the list, we call the client to get the specifications because most of these items have different types and varieties. So we call the client, especially if it's their first time, to get to know in detail what they want. So when we get the order right, then we start now packaging. The order goes to the gentleman who does the packaging, and it also goes to the lady who does the pro-invoice and the invoice. They work hand in hand to make sure that the client gets the quantity for the price that they have indicated. So the gentleman who does the packaging starts to package, and then after packaging, it goes to the delivery gentleman. Depending on how big the package is, we use vans or motorcycles. If the package is very big, for instance, going to a hotel or a hospital, we put it in a van, and then we have several drivers. Depending on what van, we have closed vans, also depending on what items are going, and we have open vans. If the order involves charcoal, huge number of matoke, such big items, we put them on the truck. If it involves, for instance, milk, there are hospitals that we supply milk, that we supply meat. Those we do not take them.
BNI, thank you so much for coming. I am honestly overwhelmed. I am so happy. I am so overwhelmed. And like moments like this, sometimes you fail to get what to say. But thank you so much for honoring our invitation. May God bless you. Before I go far, I would like to introduce to you, or show to you, the most important woman in my life, the woman that I think I follow in her footsteps, and the woman that has made me who I am. I call her Queen Mother these days. And from last year, I have started honoring her very, very highly, because I think as I grow up, I have learned the value of having a mother. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Mrs. Faith Kezia Iyamulemye, and she is a pastor. Thank you, Mommy, for coming all the way from Jinja, and thank you for praying over this day and making sure that this day is a success. She's one person who makes sure that I am covered, of course, in the blood. When I don't pray, I am very sure that she has prayed. Thank you once again, Mommy. I love you and I respect you so much. I would also like to introduce to you the most important man in my life at this time, yes? Mr. David Lukwagana. Yes. When I sit and evaluate, I think I wouldn't still be here if it wasn't for him, because there are so many things that happen in the background, and then he's like the muscle there holding me up. He has done so much for me. Of course, there is that takeoff, but along the way, you need support. And Mr. Rukwagana has been that support. And I think I wouldn't be here if he wasn't here. He's done so much. Like you have seen, the business involves, my biggest thing that he does for me in this business is the traffic. We have a number of cars that we use in our business, but I do not know how a garage looks like. I just call and say, this car is not doing this. And in minutes, he is there with another car, and I don't know what happens to the other spoiled car. Of course, there are so many other things that he does, but that is my biggest highlight, because once we cannot deliver to a client, then we have failed as a business. That's our biggest part of the business, delivery. So David, in front of all these people, I want to say thank you. I love you, and I honor you. My friends, so many of my friends are here, the ones that I studied with, the ones I have known for more than 20 years, so many of my friends that I'm not going to mention are here, but all my friends, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much for supporting me, for walking the journey, for buying from me, even when you have so many other options that are maybe near, but you buy all the way. There are people I know that buy from me because it is me, yet, for instance, they stay in, my father's client stays in Entebbe, but you can't say there are no markets all along, but they buy from me because it is me, and so I know they are supporting me, and I want to say thank you. I also want to thank the team of Harvest Institute. Harvest Institute is an institute at Worship Harvest Ministries. I got involved last year, and that is how this whole journey of writing the book started. I want to thank my assessors who made sure that I don't give up, because the pressure is really there. Chances of, giving up also majorly because you're not accountable to anyone. You maybe could think it's your money, so if I don't pass, nobody will ask me why I didn't pass. So the temptation to give up is so high. But I said, if we all give up, if everyone thinks like this, then we shall not graduate. But I want to thank Harvest Institute also for creating the space for us to grow, for us to be nurtured, for us to develop in other spheres of life. Thank you so much. I want to thank the committee that has put together this function. When I thought about launching my book, initially I didn't have the idea, but a few of my friends, like Joella, read the book and said, Jen, you can't just let this book sleep. You can't just put it on your shelf and it collects dust and that's it. You have to launch this book. It has to go out there. It is going to encourage very many people, especially young people, young graduates, sit-home moms. So let's launch this book so that you can start selling it. And so thank you so much, the committee. I put together my friends, my sponsors. There are people who have sponsored, people who said they will do the music. Thank you so much, D&J. Barbara Tellit Events, she's an events planner. She did organize. I didn't even know how this place looks like. Every question she said, let it be to me. So thank you, Tellit Events. Thank you, O'Neill's Premier Events, for making this place look nice. Thank you, Palit. The MC is the CEO for Palit. Palit is a woodwork company, and so she has sponsored this function. Thank you, the Hotel Protea, for allowing us to have this function. Because of COVID, there are so many restrictions, but they have tried to accommodate us. Thank you, everyone that has been here for us. Thank you, Apt Media, for live streaming this. I really appreciate.
Well, a bit about myself. Like you have heard, my name is Jennipher Tumukunde Iyamulemye Lukwagana. I usually use Jennipher Tumukunde because those other two names give people hard time. I am married to David, like I said. I have 3 children, biological, but I also have many other children. I have Kimberly, if they could stand up. I have Kimberly, that's my first child. Then I have Israel. Yeah. Then I have Christian. Okay, he's playing games on the phone. Then I have Kate. I call Kate my last born because she's our latest addition to the family. So that's my small family, but like I said, I have many other children that are not here right now. They're in school. I have 3 brothers, Moses, Alan, and Geoffrey. I don't know if any of those are here. I know Alan is not here, and Moses. I don't know if Geoffrey is here. And I have 3 sisters, Margaret, Ruth, and Jackie. Jackie is here, I'm sure. Yeah, that's basically about me. And yeah, there's a little bit about me in the book, so if you want to know more, you'll read the book. So my business is called Click Investments. It is a very simple business, nothing complicated. You know, owning a company makes it look complicated, but there's nothing complicated. Basically how my story started, and it's going to be a bit of, I'm not going to say the whole story, but at this moment that I want to just tell you briefly how it started. I've been vending passion fruits for about 7 years now. But this whole vending of passion fruits wouldn't have started if it wasn't like an idea or a conversation that I had with one of my brothers, David. You're going to meet him in a while. David stays and works in Chisoro. So one time, we were going for a burial for one of my relatives. And so I was in the car with David, and we were having this conversation. And because he works in Chisoro, I come from Chisoro, but I wasn't raised there, so I don't know much about Chisoro, but he does. So he told me, by the way, in our village, we have so many nice passion fruits, and you people should stop buying passion fruits in Kampala, because here they are so expensive. So he said, I will send you guys some passion fruits. If you like them, then you will let me know, then I can be sending you on the bus rather than buy from Kampala. So I thought the conversation ended in that car. We went for burial, we came back, and the following day, I think, I got a call from the bus, one of the buses that commute from Chisoro, and he had sent me passion fruits. He had sent 3 sacks. One was mine, one was for my other sister, Sarah, and the other was for Joseph. So I said I will pick up the passion fruits. This is in a nutshell, the whole story is in the book, but I picked up the passion fruits. For some reason, I called Joseph. He told me, I am at the airport, really. You can't be calling me for passion fruits. I am going to. That time he was studying. Yeah, so I called Sarah and I asked her, Sarah, your passion fruits, I helped you pick them, so where do I take them? So she said, I'm in the field, but take them to your house, I'll pick them later in the evening. So in the evening, I wait for Sarah to pick her passion fruits. About this time, she's not coming, so I call her. And she tells me how she had forgotten to pick up, she had forgotten to tell me that she will be in the field for a whole week. Ladies and gentlemen, I was stuck with 3 sacks of passion fruits. I will come in later to tell you how BMM saved the day. But right now, the highlight of what I'm saying right now is David. The story grew from selling 3 sacks to over 100 sacks. This wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for my brother David. Why is David very special? David is very special because when I needed more passion fruits, he did not even on one day tell me that I cannot give you passion fruits. He knows the farmers better than me. He knows the bus guys. I would call him 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. There is no day he did not pick my call. There are days I couldn't transact, and he would send me passion fruits of over 10 million without a coin. Okay, later I learned that he gets now his money, first gets the passion fruits, just so I have these passion fruits. I would like to ask David to come at the front. The chair there, yeah. Yes. David, have a seat there because this is your moment. David, I would like to honor you in front of everyone, my friends, my family, my business partners. Because Chisoro is really far. It's not a place you can say, let me go. I was just a phone call away. Ladies and gentlemen, I have never paid this gentleman any money. But just because he is a brother, he decided that he will do anything for a sister to prosper. I have, once in a while I gift him, like when I travel, but I have never really felt like this is something I can give David to repay him for everything he has done. So, last year, David, this is to you. So last year I studied at the Harvest Institute, and I came across this book by Moses Mukisa. He's the pastor and proprietor of the school where I went to, and it is called Straightforward Financial Growth. So in this book, my life has changed. I have learned so much about finances, about how to handle finances, but most especially, how to handle finances in God's way. The title of the book is Straightforward Financial Growth. I would like you to read this book. There's so much wisdom here that I cannot equate to anything like I can gift you, okay? But before I hand over this book, I would like for everyone to stand, and we give David a standing ovation.
Thank you for the applause. My name is David. I work in Ixoro. Just like she has said, I'm not here for a speech. So I'm here to thank her for appreciating and to let everyone know that when you're working, I had one principle, aim higher. If she says 5 bags, why 5? She says, I have orders that are fitting into the 5. But what if I send her 7? Where will she put the 2? Won't she sell them? She surely will, and that was aim higher. Thank you.
Like you read in the book, when I was stuck with 3 sacks of passion fruits, I had just had my baby, my Israel, and then I posted on this group on Facebook that my sister had added me onto called BMM. It stands for Beautiful Modern Mothers. BMMs who are here, can you just please wave? Yes. Yeah. Those ladies saved the day. I told them that I had these passion fruits, and they came and bought them, and they asked for more, and they referred me, and 3 sacks turned into more than 100 sacks, selling 100 sacks a week. Thank you so much, BMM. I really, really are proudly associated. So the journey of writing this book, I'm about to finish, don't be worried. The journey of writing this book started at Harvest Institute. It is one of the requirements. But how did I? So one evening at a BNI meeting, it was a social, 2019 December. BNI is Business Network International. We are a group of business people who just refer each other. No commission, just I know you, you know me, let's help each other. So we were having a Christmas party And then one of us comes in with a book. I saw someone here with that book. This is none other than Mrs. Yvonne Katamba. Is she around? Yes, that's the lady that helped me to start this book. She came with her own book, and I asked her, Yvonne, what's that? Then she said, that's my book. I said, you wrote a book? She said, yes. I said, how? So she said, I'll tell you later. So she was so generous with information after the party. She sends me a link. She sends me all the information about this institute. And in my heart, I kept saying, if Yvonne can, why can't I? Why? Because Yvonne is a little older than me, and I would have thought that, you know, at her age, she has arrived, why would she go back to school? So I got more information, and I joined the school, but also I had planned that in 2020, I have to do something for personal development. So I have also learned that one of the ways you eat your money is not just dress up or travel, not that they are bad, but personal development. You can only do that if you add value to yourself, and one of the ways is by going back to school. Doesn't necessarily have to be university. There are so many, I have since learned that there are so many spaces that can help you grow as an individual, and I highly recommend Harvest Institute. So that is how I ended up writing the book. Unfortunately, my editor couldn't make it, but it's a journey started by, I always knew that I wanted to write about this whole journey because my story is unique. Being educated, being someone would imagine that I'm going to look for a corporate job, or someone would imagine how can you work in the market. So I think that's what makes my story unique. But well, at the end of the day, we are all looking to put food on our tables, and it doesn't matter. So thank you very much once again, Harvest Institute. That's how I got to write the book. And you know, they scrutinize the book, they go through the book, they make you better, they tell you to repeat here and there. So it's a whole journey, but it's worthwhile. And I thank God that now I can answer questions that I have been asked several times. It's all in the book. I have also written, anyway, I'm not going to say so much because you're going to all each get a copy and you read. Lastly, as I wind up, like I said, this book is about business, and there are some few points that I wanted to note. One, it is important to know and put God in your business. If you apply the principles of the Bible, the principles that God expects us to follow, you will surely go up. Secondly, support system. I would like to highlight my sister Sarah Iyamulemye. There are times my car broke down, and I used her very nice car to go downtown to load passion fruits. Not everyone just gives you their car just like that. Many times when I needed to now put in money because the business was growing, I would call. She does not ask me. I think it is me in particular, that why do you need the money, when? No. She just asks how much. Sarah, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being one of my biggest support system. I love you so much. Secondly, when you're starting your business, reinvest. In the first year, many people realized that I was actually making money, and they were wondering what I was using my money for. I was reinvesting. Thirdly, network. Network, network, network. At this point in my life, I know that if I needed to start a business, it's not about how much I have, but who I know. That is why I am in spaces like BNI. Last but not least, don't be embarrassed. I am a graduate, I am educated, but yes, I work in the market. And like I said, at the end of the day, what makes my wallet happy is what I will go with as long as it is within my values, and I do not embarrass God. I do not do anything that God does not expect me to do. Once again, thank you so much for coming. I'm really excited. God bless you, and may you go back home safely.
On the author of Just Start. And Jenny, thank you very much for those words. You're such an eloquent speaker. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, just before we call our guest speaker who has been here before, she has been at the event this whole time. You know, it's very unlike guest speakers to be like that. They show up like, 5 minutes too. So thank you very much, Madam Guest Speaker, Guest of Honor, for being here. So we have a session, like 5 minutes, where we're going to ask Jenny some questions. If you have any questions, please put up your hand. Someone will come with a mic, and they will be able to ask your question. Jenny will be seated up here. Yes. So if you have any questions, perfect. Imagine one of her children has a question. That's great. Who is Michael MC? Michael MC.
Hello everyone. My name is Kimberly Chiramo. My question is, where did the author get the courage to write the book?
That's English, huh? She spoke in English, by the way. She says, where did the author get the courage to write the book?
Thank you, Ms. Chirabo. I think I got the courage, one, from Mrs. Yvonne Katamba, who, from writing her book, I knew that if she can, I could. And secondly, I also got the courage and the zeal from Harvest Institute, because they really pushed me to make sure that I produce a good book. Thank you.
Questions? I'm sure you have questions. Remember, we said faith over fear. Don't be fearful, yeah? Ask in faith.
Thank you. Jennipher, I have one question for you. Many of the time we would love to start business, but we wonder, how are we going to juggle business with motherhood, with being a wife, at the same time an entrepreneur? So how have you managed, how have you succeeded to combine all the three and become successful at the end of the day?
Thank you very much. Jenny, did you hear the question?
Thank you, Madam Joella. One of the key things, I think, is planning your time. So many times I tell people that I'm so busy, and they don't believe it. Some of my friends say, Banange Jen, what makes you busy yet you're self-employed? But my day naturally starts at 5 a.m., but there are days I am up by 3 a.m. So I plan, because I'm a wife, remember, I am a daughter to someone, I am a sister to someone, I have this business, I am a mother. So I plan. I write a lot. I plan my day. I have it like a journal where I write everything I'm supposed to do. Secondly, I give priority to things. There are things that come priority to others. If it is family, let it be family. Thirdly, I learned how to delegate. I used to think that having an assistant is a luxury or it is a way of posing, but no. It is because I want to balance. I don't want to have this successful business and maybe lose my marriage at the end of the day, or maybe raise children who have not had a mother. I don't want to be those mothers who compensate money for their children. So I use those three things. I plan, I delegate, and then I give priority. I hope I've answered you.
Wow. Planning, prioritizing, and delegating. Queen Mother has a question.
Thank you. So I want to ask you, in those 7 years you have worked, tell us the challenges you have got in your business, and what have you done about them?
Thank you very much, Queen Mother.
Thank you, Ma'am. Of course, the challenges are many. I may not mention all of them, but some of the challenges are working in the informal sector. You know how people will first look down on you before they know maybe that you're also as educated as they are. But I decided to move with my head up. I usually say that when I'm on holiday, maybe in Paris, nobody knows that back home I vend passion fruits. Yes. One of the other challenges is capital. At some point in the business, you want to grow. Maybe you want to buy a new car, and the money is just not yet enough. Yes, and what I have done about that, one, like I said, get a support system. Two, use your banks. Go to your bank, don't fear banks, speak to them, tell them that I have this job to do, show them that you're a reputable person. Your banks are willing to, help you, to push you. And they have special loans for small business owners. Also, talk to network. In the network where I am right now, I can just by a phone call get money as much as I want. So network, find the right people. The other challenge, like I have said, is there are things you just can't do by yourself. Like I was talking about the cars, But like I said, get a support system. My husband has been of great, great support. There are times I have to travel to purchase things needed in the business. I leave him with the children. I have a friend called Barbara. She knows everything about how my home runs. Everything. So when I'm traveling, that is the support system I'm talking about. I leave her with my cards for the children. She knows literally everything. You understand? So utilize your friends. They are not your friends for nothing. Utilize your spouses. Utilize your cousins. Utilize your sisters. I always tell people that if you don't utilize that person in your life, then I will do that. So yeah, those are some of the challenges, and that's how I have overcome.
Thank you very much. So if you need a network that has a lot of money, join BNI. Yeah? Ask me how. Yeah? Ask me where you can sign up. Any other question? This side, nobody has asked anything. Again, huh? This side, what's happening?
Thank you. I'm proud to be Jennipher's big sister. I'm Kaba Generose. I'm the Member of Parliament for Kisoro District. And I don't know how to express my happiness this evening. And before that, can I see the people who braved the whole journey from Kisoro? By the way, it's like over 1,000 kilometers. Can you put up your hands? Uncle Bosco and your wife, we are here. Why I'm saying this is Jennipher, our author, our very important person tonight, Kisoro, is far away from here, just by mileage. But as she says, it's just a stone throw by phone. And to be specific, Kisoro has the best, I think, not only the best people, yeah. Who can deny that? I mean, who wants to petition that? This is the time for petitions. Kisoro, we have the best passion fruits, I think, all over, and the Irish. While Jennipher is doing on Irish, can someone pick up? On the passion fruits. Can someone in the house do Irish? And we supply. Bosco is here, and David, and also I'm here. We are ready to supply. But I'm glad, Jennipher, maybe I'm raising up to seek your indulgence on the advice you are giving to the government of Uganda. Now I'm talking in the capacity of government. Because passion fruits in Kisoro, we have seasons, I think, and I think that has been one of your best challenges. We can produce, I think, passion fruits twice a year. Is it, David? Like twice a year? So you imagine someone who has People in Kampala don't want to hear that it's off-season, really. So what have you been doing in that case when Kisoro is off-season? And bearing in mind that our country depends entirely, our agricultural system, on the rain. No, Kisoro, we have not gotten the bottle irrigation. I'm sorry. But that's a big challenge to our government, and maybe for the other people who are also in other food products, like other vegetables and other products, other food products, really, they are off-season. Sometimes we are off-season and totally there is no food. Like she's enjoying that 100 bags of of passion fruits in a season. You can even get millions of bags. But when it's off season, even one katunda goes maybe like 3 for 1,000. So it's a big challenge. And maybe what you are doing, maybe we shall read it in the book to the younger people who still think agriculture is, or agricultural products, they are dirty. People want to see the food in a supermarket when it is washed and what, but they don't see the value chain where it comes from. So those are my concerns. But I also want to thank everybody in this house. I was glad when I came at around 4:15 and the house was full packed. I just realized, Jennipher, people not only love you, but they also want to learn a lot from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Rose Kabajenyi. Yeah, like she has said, one of the biggest challenges is seasons. And that time, in the first years, I also didn't have experience. I didn't know what to do about it. But I think how the government can help is, one, help us maybe with facilitating irrigation so that we prolong our seasons. Secondly, if we can get, I attempted to export passion fruits as a way of getting, more money, because when they're in season again, we can't finish them. They're just too many. But the procedure to export, you must know someone who must know someone who must know the big man. So that is a bit discouraging. You will find people, even if you try to follow the right procedure, there are people in between who will frustrate you. There are people who will hijack your idea and do it because for them now they know that somebody, and now for them they will block you. So those are some of the challenges. Our systems should be straightforward so that we have equal opportunities. And also maybe provide more, I don't know, I hear that there are so many projects about giving some startup capital for small businesses, but again, like I said, it should not be inclined to certain people. Those who have access to speak to, to the authority can tell them that we should all have equal opportunities. Let people just refuse to work, but let them not have excuses of lack of opportunities, especially to, money, like really soft loans. The interest in the banks are so high. So those are some of the things that government can help us with. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennipher. So the Q&A session is done. And if you want to know more about Jennipher's story, she's going to be the next star on Desert Island Discs. Yeah, that's a show. So watch out for Jenny on Desert Island Discs this Sunday. This Sunday, Jennipher will be on Desert Island Discs. So do not miss her. Is that teaser ready of Desert Island Discs?
Desert Island Discs on 91.3 Capital FM.
Say of chicken farmers who say I started with a
with
feather.
Desert Island Discs on 91.3 Capital FM.
When you start working in a market, you learn how to fix stuff in even a very small space.
I'm told it's not easy. You actually, certain fruits have to be fast.
Exactly.
Others second, and then the yams and potatoes which look
those
brown
you
and
can
ugly.
even put behind.
Desert Island Discs.
You start with nothing, like they say of chicken farmers who say I started with
with
a feather.
Desert Island Discs.
My mother had told me there are girls who go to campus and come back with 2 degrees. One on the head, another in the stomach.
Desert Island Discs.
When some of my friends that I studied with at UMI heard that I was vending passion fruits, actually one of them called me and says, Jen, you are embarrassing us.
Oh.
Did we go to UMI to learn how to vend fruits? We just finished project planning.
Very much. So like I mentioned earlier, our guest of honor arrived here in time. I was so impressed. Usually, like I said, the guest of honor comes late because they're the guest of honor. But the guest of honor was honoring the author and she got here on time. Our guest of honor today is a certified coach. She's a certified coach, a speaker, a teacher, of the word, of finances, of life, as in her life purpose is to add value to people. She likes to see when people are fulfilling what they were meant to do on the earth. That is what brings her so much joy. She's a location pastor with Worship Harvest Ministries, that is the church I go to, and several other people, a space where Harvest Institute that led to this book, that is one of the dream children of Worship Harvest Ministries. She's a wife to one Jeremy, and they have children, 3 children, and several others. You know how pastors are. Everyone is their child. So they have several other children together. She's a straightforward financial growth coach. I think you've had that book that Jennipher gave to David. It teaches you about finances, so she's there with you, walking the journey with you. If you've never had a coaching experience, that should be your first coaching experience. She's a certified coach of John Maxwell. Yes, she's part of that John Maxwell team. And if you know anything about John Maxwell, you know that he is passionate about leadership. She's a great leader, a great teacher, a great wife, mother, and friend. And she's an author as well. Remember that time when they asked about authors? Yes, she put up her hand. She's written 2 amazing books. You should buy them. So join me together, put your hands together, let's stand up and honor and welcome our guest of honor, Beatrice Biemanzi. You are most welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A special good evening to you, Jennipher. We are all gathered here today to celebrate you and to celebrate the achievements that you have made. I'd like to recognize, you've already recognized the presence of your mother. Mothers are special. And we've heard about you. Even in the book, she talks about how she was inspired at a very young age by your example and what she saw. So we really honor your presence. David, I really was looking forward to meeting you. I told Jennipher that I have to see David. David, you are a king maker and a destiny helper. Because without you, Jennipher would not have had this story. You could have kept that information to yourself. Or also, people, you generally have great conversations. They tell you they are good passion fruits. Then you ask them to help you and they can't. But you went ahead, you didn't help once or twice or 3 times, over and over and over, while asking for nothing and not feeling entitled. You went ahead and you helped her, and now she's helping very many people, farmers. There's a whole value chain behind Jennipher's business, but it begins with you. And I pray that all of us can learn something from that, that even if it's not our story, we can be the ones who help others write significant stories. What a great thing, David. I really honor you, and I'm very glad that we've met. We put a face to the name. And Jennipher, thank you for talking about him. You would have kept quiet and been like, someone helped me, you know, but you've talked about him. Every time you've told the story, you've consistently talked about David. And so we've wanted to meet him. So David, it's such an honor to meet you and to just, I don't know, I love David's. You know, you represent a category of people, destiny helpers, people who live beyond themselves, who want to see someone else thrive, and they want nothing in return. And if we could all become that to just one person. I've had so many people like that, Davids in my life, who have taken me on, sheltered me, given me wings, and no one knows their name, but God does. And those are the people who, at the end of our lives, that's what we want to be, that people can look back and say, that person was part of my story. So I hope we can be inspired today by Jennipher, but also by people like David, to go and be someone who gives wings to another. Something that's beyond you. You can see someone fly and you know that I was a part of that and I don't have to gain from it, but someone's life is better because I did something, no matter how small, to help them fly. So I really, your part in the story is very close to my heart. But today we are here to talk about Jennipher. Another person I want to honor is Jennipher's husband. She's talked about him. And I was saying, is he here? And I'm glad that he's here today. Thank you so much. Sometimes your spouse can be the hindrance. You have your dream and he says, Mchala wanga tunda butunda. Eh? How are people in the neighborhood going to hear that my wife, a graduate, sells butunda? But instead he has supported He allowed, inconvenienced you to have people in his home, you know, with children that thought of insecurity. But even when he said, let's get out of home, it wasn't that get out with your business. It was, let's expand, how can we make this better? And even the other stories that you've told. And I know that sometimes when you have a dreamer, it comes at a cost. A dreamer in your home with these crazy ideas, it can be costing, you know, you're waking up at 4 a.m. taking calls, I don't know what. So you're an incredible gentleman. I know that you think you did what any husband should do, but we've had some horror stories. So thank you for being willing to let this woman fly and just standing back and supporting her and letting her be what she wants to be, not what you think she should become. So we celebrate you as well. I first heard about Jennipher from my brother, the president of BNI, Alan Taiwa. I fly with high people, my friend. Mr. President, I'm told it's about to end, so we better enjoy the term of office. I hope you don't ask for Chisanja. So I first heard about you. I didn't know your name, but Alan was talking about this lady. He talked about her inspirational story. Oh my, I almost started selling Butunda. I'm telling you, because actually he was telling me, start selling something. I'm like, I don't think I can manage, you know, that's her story. But he was so inspired by your story. He told me so much about you. And actually, I think I'm here partly because of him, because we hadn't met before. So when Jennipher got in touch with me, I was like, why would she ask me to be a guest of honor? I still don't know why. But I said, I first wondered. And then I started telling him one of those conversations about there's someone who's asking me to be a guest of honor. I said, what's her name? That's the lady I've been telling you about. You have to say yes. I said, okay. You know, so Jennipher, you have people who believe in you and you're inspiring so many people to break a certain mindset, a certain deception about success, a certain box about how life should be. You know, and really today, I want to say that, Jennipher, we are all gathered here to celebrate you because you started something. You did something. You took a risk. It may not have worked out, but you have nothing to lose. But you took a risk, and you didn't take it once. You continued to take it. Every day, I'm sure you had questions, you worried. Sometimes you didn't know what you were doing, and sometimes when we meet people who have had some success, we think they figured it all out. But you start, even with the fear, you step out and you start. And so someone Andy Stanley is a preacher in the USA, and he said that when your memories exceed your dreams, death is near. When your memories are more than your dreams, your death is near. And sometimes it's not the death of life, it's the death of your heart and dreams. You can get to a point where all you talk about is the good old days. But do you know that you still have life ahead? You have years ahead. Yes, you might have made mistakes in the past. Yes, you might have had some failures in the past. The problem with concentrating on the past is you have no power over the past. You can't go back and undo something you already did. Maybe you missed an opportunity. Okay, you did. There are more ahead of you. So going into the past is powerless. It paralyzes you. You can't do anything about it. So when your memories become more than your dreams, Jennipher could have been like, but I studied. I had a dream to be a lawyer. Now I even hear she wanted to be a policewoman. But you know what? Okay, those didn't work out. Somehow, maybe thank God some of them didn't. And now you're thinking about there is a future. There is more ahead of you. And our stories are different. Sometimes you gauge yourself against someone else. But you're not that person. Jennipher's story is not your story. It's not. My story is not your story. So you're not failing because I seem like I'm ahead of you. I can't be ahead of you. Why? My story is not yours. You gauge yourself against your capacity, your possibility, your potential. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Not, are you better than so and so? That is inferiority. You can't be better than someone. Jennipher did something that I want to talk about today. And that is the intentionality of moving into the future you desire. She did something. She took back the key. She took back the pen of her life and wrote her story. I can tell you that success has many sisters and brothers. Success, if she hadn't succeeded, we would be talking about her as the girl who studied and went into the market. But now we are gathered because she succeeded. Now she's our friend. Some of us, she's our best friend. She's our cousin of our cousin. She's our sister. You know, success has many friends. When people succeed, we want to be a part of that success. But you know what? Listen to me. People are going to have opinions. I'm sure there are still people who think you failed, Jennipher. They say, I don't care. How can she be in the market? But you know what? You can't live off an opinion of another person. When you die, they won't talk about the opinions of people. It will be the story you wrote. So what if they think that? What do you want to do? At some point, I tell the people I coach that after the age of between 18 and 21 maximum, you can't blame anyone for your life. We must get to a point where we must look ourselves in the mirror and say, I am where I am because I've allowed myself to be there. It's painful. I had to get there some years ago. It's easier to point at someone else. But no one holds the key. You are working where you're working because you've chosen to stay there even if you hate it. No one has bound you there. You wake up, you go there, you hate it, you complain, you've chosen it. The money you have on your bank account, you've chosen it. Your level of success, you've chosen it. I've chosen it. I'm not as successful as I should be, but I've chosen it. With my habits. Here is the thing. If I asked here today, how many of you desire greatness? I think everyone really desires greatness to a certain, and greatness looks different for all of us because we're on different journeys. But then, if I asked, what are you doing about the thing you want? If I asked you, what 3 things do you want to be remembered for when you die? Some people know, some people don't. And if I ask, what are you doing about those things right now? Many of us don't have anything we are doing. We have desire. Desire is not enough. Desire will not give you the results. Africans, we desire, we are passionate, we talk. Talking, we can talk. You see, I can talk. But when you look for the result, you see between desire and reality is a bridge. And that bridge is called intentionality. And that bridge is called habits. Your habits have put you where you are right now. Your habits have determined the money in your wallet. Jennipher talked about people saying, how are you eating your money? I mean, what kind of habit is that? The habit of just eating money. And you know, when you do that, that means that Jennipher's children would have to start from scratch just like she did. She didn't start from scratch, but you know what I mean? That they would have to start at the level she started. But if she builds wealth, thinking about the future, they start at a better place. They have more opportunities. Recently we asked how many 4th generation Ugandan businesses exist right now. Name for me 1 or 2 or 3. 4th generation, Ugandan, not people who shifted and migrated here. Ugandan. Mulwana is not 4th generation. Wavamuno is not 4th generation. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And we are continuing to have 3% saving in this country. Do you know who contributes to 3%? You. Me. How much of your income do you save intentionally? But you desire a bright future for the nation and for your children, and you point at the government. Do you know that if we took back our power, even just economically, it wouldn't matter who is in power anymore? You get to a point where it really doesn't matter. The economy is thriving, personal economies are thriving. We are at a level where it doesn't matter who is. You think that, do you realize that a businessman shut down a president's account in the United States of America? Opened to, look here, Beatrice, you can't be the person who hands over to your children problems. I must be the mother who hands over to my children something better that allows them to dream dreams like going to the moon. No Ugandan is dreaming of going to the moon. We are trying to parent. Can you start dreaming things like going to the moon when you need to eat food? 3 meals a day. We must hand over to the next generation something better. But desire is not enough. It's not enough to talk, to dream, to dress like we have it together. Being in a garage can't turn you into a car. Pretending to be rich can't make you rich. We are living lives that are such a lie. And that's why I celebrate Jennipher, that she shut her ears to what the world called what success looks like and said, look, passion fruits are delivering money to me that is able to employ some people. I'm giving money to the farmer in Chisoro. I'm helping a truck driver, a bus driver, a delivery man. There are so many people in there whose lives are now, their economies are tied to her because she started. She did not wait for opinions of people. She didn't go consulting 25 people. Is it okay to sell Butunda? Is it okay to sell Butunda? Manange, what do people think about me? What you do doesn't change you or make you. But you can do something that adds value beyond yourself. But what am I saying again? It begins with you deciding, what do you want in life? This year, let's forget about in life. 2020, what are the 3 things you've said, I must achieve this year? No, I'm not saying 100 things, 10, 15, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, where you're like, no matter what, this year, I must achieve this thing. If there's nothing that comes to mind, there's a problem. Because if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it all the time. Yes, at the end of this year, some of you will say, oh, that was a good year. Based on what? Based on what? You attended many weddings, Maria Pate. It was a good year based on what? Did you have goals that you exceeded or hit, and so you're saying, that was a good year? Or you're saying, yeah, just I felt good that year. A lot of happiness. You know, after COVID was hard for you, but there are people who actually grew during COVID. Again, it was some decisions made. You could decide to look at that time as a dead year or say, this is, I'll tell you, the place where I lead at Worship Harvest, it was the best year of all our 14 years of being a church. Why? We woke up. We woke up and realized, my goodness, we are not utilizing the avenues that God has given us to reach people, to love people. We thought on our feet. We worked harder than ever. Me, I don't know about, people say they rested. We worked hardest in COVID. We reached more people. We had more salvations. We had more people discipled, more people fed, more people. Why? We woke up, we realized we had been wasting time. So COVID could have woken you up, or you can say you're still recovering. While the world continues to move on. There is no such thing as stagnation. Some of you say, I stagnated. You did not. You're dying. Because you see, the world continued to move while you stayed in one place. Meaning you're behind schedule. But you know what I like? Why I like coming to places like this? Is you're inspired, but please, I'm begging you, don't only be inspired. Do something. Give Jennipher a gift. From her book launch, tell her on that day I made a decision to do something and I did it. Let her story mean something, because we go to such events. Even some of us, sometimes we go to sad events like funerals and you walk away saying, man, we need to be serious about life. But the problem with that is that the emotions were out in 3 days. The emotions were out, then you go back to your habits. Habit is stronger than desire. Your habits are determining your destiny right now. You will not change your life until you change something you do daily. So ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are celebrating Jennipher. Can we have another time to celebrate you? What can we celebrate about you? Can you do something? Can you start something? Can you build something? Can you help someone? Can you give someone wings? But I'm begging you, walk out of today, give a gift to Jennipher and say, I'm intentionally moving into my future. I don't care what people say. Some of you are addicted to opinions. 25 people have to tell you it's a good idea before you start. Then 15 have to continue telling you after that. Then 100 have to continue telling you. Hey, you have to have your own internal engine. You have to believe in your own dream and say, you know what, let's follow this thing. If it doesn't work, we tried and we know it doesn't work. But otherwise you die thinking, maybe it could have worked. Because I'm telling you, there are many people, probably a cousin told you about Butunda in Chisoro and you did nothing. That day that Jennipher got 3 sacks could have been the last day. Should have been like, passion fruits, I'll leave them at the bus. Or I'll pick them up because I don't want David to think I disrespected him and give them out to my friends. Me, I'm not a vendor. Or she could have sold only that batch and said, BMM overwhelmed me. No more passion fruits. But instead, she saw an opportunity. Listen, your potential and your opportunities are your gift from God. Not everyone had a cousin, but you have opportunities right now. People who have told you about stuff, things you've seen on the internet suddenly, things that stir up your heart, people in your family who have a need, problems that you can solve. They are there. They are there. Everyone here, you have an opportunity staring you in the face right now. Even in this room, you have opportunity to meet people right now. One of the people that I've been a secret admirer of, that I was excited to meet today, is in the room. Mrs. Brenda Sekabembe of Bake For Me. I told her I've been a secret admirer. So I used the opportunity. I've already met her. And I need to meet her after. But some of you, you only talk to your friends who you came with. Opportunities are here. Because you are shy. I used to be like that. But let me tell you, growth is outside your comfort zone. If you're comfortable, you're not growing. Guaranteed. When you feel uncomfortable, it means you're growing. You're entering play. You need to hang out with people who, when they start talking, you keep quiet. But if all your friends, you're the loudest, you contribute the most, you're not growing. You need to find some new friends who, when people start talking, I'm sure the people who Jennipher hangs around and she keeps quiet. They start mentioning amounts of money and you say, yeah, even us, we are doing a small business. You don't want them to know what you're doing anymore. Because among your friends, when you say the figures, they say, oh my God. Then the other people talk and you're like, yeah. We also do some work in Uganda because you're not sure you can. And if you don't have such people around you, you're in trouble. Find them. Don't wait for them to find you. They're there. They're usually busy, and guess what? They love to give. They love to give. They love to share. They love to tell you what works. They don't want you to make the... Why should you start from scratch when there are people around you who did what you did before? You're proud. You think you'll figure it out yourself. My pastor says that it's like people who, instead of taking the road to Ginger, they decide that I'm going to create a new path through the bush. So it takes you 1 year to create a path from a bush in Kampala to Ginger when there's a road that someone created. It's fine people. But I told you that your potential and opportunities are your gifts from God. Your gift to God and to society is what you do with them. I'm going to end by asking you something. How many of you ladies have had a handbag that you've not used in a long time and you kept it in the wardrobe? What did you discover after a while in the wardrobe? What happened to it? You came back one day, you wanted to hold it. What had happened? It just fell apart. Yet, isn't it strange that you didn't use it and it died? Isn't it that when you use it, it should die quicker? What about shoes, ladies and gentlemen? You leave a shoe without using it for 10 months, hidden in a wardrobe. What do you find after that? It falls apart. How about cars? The gentlemen understand cars. Many of you in the lockdown, you had to restart your engine often. If you leave a car parked for 1 year without using it, what happens to it? Does it stay new? Even a month is enough. It dies. How about a house? A house that is not inhabited, no one lives in it. What happens to that house? Things grow in it. Leaves, the walls crack, paint falls off. Yet when you're living in a house, it stays new. That's strange. But I think it is God communicating to us through nature that anything left to itself eventually dies. That potential you have, if you keep not using it, it's going to die. We stop talking about potential. We can't eat potential. Potential can't take this nation to the next. Uganda has potential. That's good. What are we doing about it? Uganda is the most entrepreneurial nation in the world. Where are the results? We are still among the top 10 poorest. So when people like Jennipher come out and share their story, they are not sharing it with us to show us that they've made it. There's a passion on the inside of this woman saying, even you, carry away your dream, own it. Do something with what God has given you. You have networks. You're here, you have access to Jennipher and her friends. Me, the person who I met today, I didn't know her, but my brother knows her. You have people who know people. Let's humble ourselves. Make this week, next week, have tea with someone who is bigger than you, who when you think about meeting them, you start getting stomach pain. I'm telling you, you need to meet these people. Connect with them so that when you hang out, you're not always with your friends who you're same problems, same financial situation, same gossip, same complaints. Come on, if you want to go to the next level, you have to get into new circles. You want a new life, you have to pick up new habits. You want a new destiny, you have to pick up new things. New requires new. You keep doing the same things, you keep getting the same result. So my job here is not to tell you anything you've not heard before. It's to say that let's The power to write your story is in your hand. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming the government. She lives in the same country. Why aren't you succeeding? It's not because of the government. It's not because of the economic situation. What did you say in school? What are the answers you'd give? Climate change? Political conditions? Civil wars? Huh? What? Infrastructure? Yeah, you guys. This is so bad. Even our own school system trained us to think about what is the roadblock. But they are up. You're living in the same country with the same infrastructure, political climate, climate change. Civil wars are not there. We live in the same country. Some of us, I'll tell you, live in the same, we were born in the same family, given the same education. One is making it, one isn't. It's not about your parents. It's not about the pain you went through as a child, some of you. It's not about the president. It's not about your boss. The person you complain about the most, by the way, is the real leader of your life. That one you're always talking about. They are the ones writing your story. And if you don't take charge of your life, someone else is going to take charge. And I'm not sure you like the story they will write for you. So today, this woman took charge of her story. She said, you know what? Passion fruits work. I'm going to write my story. People talked. People complained. People whispered. Now those same people are saying, first tell me how you did this. But she had to own her journey, own her story, write her story, and we are here today to celebrate her because she allowed herself to dream. She took a risk. She continued to work hard. It's hard work. In her book, she talks about how hard it is to do, but let me tell you, nothing great comes easy. Going up a mountain is hard work. The people from Chisoro know it. Coming down, you can serengeta, easy. No one you see who has succeeded arrived there by accident. They woke up one day and they were a billionaire. Hey, oh my God. So you want to find the trick. One thing I can do like this, and I become a millionaire. It won't happen. It's hard work. It's habits. And that's what builds who we are. I'll close with a story. When I was newly married, many years ago, 13 years ago, really, not very many. But when I was newlywed, I remember I had been living with my siblings in Chisasi. And my husband, when we came from the honeymoon, I found my siblings had moved my clothes and things to my husband's house. They chased me immediately. And so when I arrived in Luzira, 2 weeks later, I found myself taking 2 taxis and I ended up in Chisasi at my brother's house. I arrived and then he said, hey, they sent you to visit. I said, oh my goodness. I'm married, I'm supposed to be in the other home. And he took me to my husband's house. 5 years later, we moved from where we lived to Bukoto. I was pregnant with my second child. I'll never forget, I drove all the way from Clement Hill Road. Guess where I went? To Luzira. In traffic jam. I arrived like at 7 p.m. at the apartment. Then I realized we don't live here anymore. And then I had to find my way to Bukoto. Because my husband called me and said, where are you? I told him I had some problems, I'm coming. You know, I got home and I told him, imagine I drove all the way to Luzira. Do you know what led me to Chisasi the first time? Is the same thing that led me to Luzira the next time. Habit. Habit. Your habits, whether you like it or not, are guiding your life. You can desire all you want. Habit is stronger than desire. What thing are you determined this year? Let's forget about the rest of our lives for now. Umwaka guno 2021. What are you determined to achieve? Forget about opinions, voices. You have to take responsibility so that when it doesn't work out, you say, I made that decision. I thought it was a good decision at the time. It didn't work out. I tried. Get up, try another one. Try another one. Your yes is waiting for you. Maybe an idea. I'm one of those who has planted like 5 businesses and they are not standing apart from one right now. So but you know what? I've gained some experience, paid some school fees here and there. And now I'm learning to do it better. Ask questions, humble yourself, get into environments that make you uncomfortable. and allow yourself to write a story and decide that this is my journey, it's my story, I'm going to own it, I'm going to take full responsibility, I'll not point at anyone and make them responsible for your life, for my life. So there's nothing that God put in you for smallness. What are you going to be remembered for? You are in charge of your life. Take back the pen, write the story you desire, and one day we will gather somewhere and we'll be celebrating your courage in doing something that you held in your heart quietly for a while, or even you stumbled upon like she did. Sometimes destiny finds you, sometimes it's in your heart. But the opportunities are there, the capacity is there. Now, can you give God a gift and do something with what he has given you? Jennipher, congratulations. We are so proud of you. All right, Sharon, I think we are going to officially launch the book.
Thank you very much. I told you she was awesome, yeah? Okay, Jennipher, please come down here. Let's give another round of applause to our guest of honor for those words. So we are getting into the moment where the guest of honor is going to officially launch the book. So I hope you can all see what is happening here. 3, 2, 1. Oh. So we have officially launched Just Start by the latest author on the block, Jennipher Tumukunde.
That's good.